Welcome back to Spectrum YouTube channel. My name is Rafał, and if you are experiencing severe stringing on your 3D model, then I think you are very unlucky. Why unlucky? Because now our printers are so smart and our filaments are so good that probably you don't need to do anything to get rid of the stringing. You just put the filament in the printer and everything is fine. Except if your filament is wet. For example, PET-G likes to soak moisture from the air, just like nylon and TPU, for example. So before we're gonna continue this video, be sure that your filament is dry. Just put it to the dryer, special filament dryer, and put some time in it. And when your filaments are dry enough in your dryer, you can put it to the bags you just got with the filament, and small desiccant bag, because you can reuse it as well after drying in the filament dryer. PET-G likes to be dried at 55 degrees Celsius over about 10 hours. And filaments like nylon or TPU likes to have different times, different temperatures. So maybe you should check your information on dryer, because it usually has the presets installed so you can use them, or just check website of the filament manufacturer if they are providing the information of the drying. Where nylon and TPU is very hard to remove stringing even if the filament is dry, well, some filaments like lightweight filaments that are foaming when printing out of the nozzle at high temperature, it is impossible to remove stringing at all. And for example, PLA should not generate any stringing at all. Today I used our PET-G Strawberry Pink from the filament, because this is the one of our most affordable filaments right now. I don't want to say cheap, because cheap can be related to the bad filament or something that it's not good, but this is actually good. We have also PET-G Light, which is even more affordable, so you should check it out on our website, shop.spectrumfilaments.com. But let's go to the filament, our temperature towers, because this is what you can do in most of the slicers. If not, you can use Orca slicer, which is like very universal slicer for any printer, and generate those temperature towers. And you start here. You should use generic profile for PET-G or whatever you're gonna use, and then try temperature tower, and you need to see like the best results where it's not too much stringing, because the lower temperature it is, the lower stringing it's gonna be, the less stringing it's gonna be. But the problem is that the lower the temperature, the structural strength will be lower, will be worse. So you don't want to go for PET-G below 230 degrees, for example. And if you have, for example, our Strawberry Pink, I think it's gonna be somewhere around 255 or 250 before the retraction calibration. So we're gonna start to print everything at 250 degrees Celsius, and we will see what's gonna happen next. And then we're gonna go to the next calibration, which is retraction tower, which is pretty simple. Most of our printers are direct drive extruders. We don't have this Bowden tube, and we don't have this extruder which is in a different position. Everything is in the head. So we have extreme violet stringing over here, but you can see in the beginning we have like the stringing is not that severe. So what it means that each step, each small ring on this tower represents retraction of a value 0.1 millimeter in the length. So we want to find the best spot as fast as possible, because, for example, I'm going to show it to you on the next model. Right now we have like 1, 2, 3, third ring, which is 0.3 millimeter retraction length. Retraction means that the filament is just going back 0.3 millimeter on the extruder, and then when we're gonna go to the next point from one tower to another tower, it's gonna just put the filament back 0.3 millimeter, and we should remove the oozing and stringing by this small movement. Using our temperature through 250 degrees Celsius and retraction 0.3 millimeter, we can start to use to see a much better difference on this one. This is basically the same retraction tower, but with the 250 degrees Celsius temperature, and we can already see that the beginning it's a bit stringy. So we're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably 8 or 9 0.9 millimeter retraction length. On the PET-G can be a little bit more than PLA, for example. You can even use 2 mm retraction length depending on your tower, calibration tower. So let's set the retraction to 0.9 mm because further up there is no such a big difference, and we don't want to use too much retraction because it can even get worse with stringing. And basically we don't want to spend too much time and too much energy on retraction if this is okay at 0.9 mm. And then we have the last model, which is like the small test model you can find on printables, and you're gonna see the distance between those small poles is closer and longer. And with the wrong settings we have a lot of stringing, a lot of oozing, and it just doesn't look good. And then if we're gonna put our special settings, 250 degrees Celsius or 0.9 mm retraction length, our 3D model is super clean. It's like maybe 1 or 2 small strings that you can remove with fire, for example, or heat gun, and it's just very clean, very clean. So if you are lucky, probably generic profile from any slicer will do the job, and if you are not as lucky, you can just run those 2 calibrations, temperature and retraction length, and it's supposed to be good. Also, there is a small trick you can also use. It's to lower the extrusion rate. This is what manufacturers of 3D printers were using before. They just reduced the extrusion rate from 1, which means 100%, to 0.95 or 0.98, which lowers the extrusion rate to 98 or 95% of the time, all the time. It means that it's not gonna be as much filament going through the nozzle, and retraction will even help more with the oozing and stringing. So please take a look in your slicer, in your profiles for filaments or printing profiles, and set it up correctly, and then you're gonna be very happy with the results, because those filaments needs to have different profiles. I am aware that this is very basic knowledge, but many people are buying 3D printers and many people are discovering the problems from the beginning. So if you're having those problems, just check those things, try your filament, and it's supposed to be fine. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to buy our filaments, go to shop.spectrumfilaments.com, and especially for you, if you want to use 10% off on your order, just use code SPECTRUMYT10 and it's gonna be 10% cheaper.